Okay, today I'm going to go over a basic strategy that is very helpful on both SAT and ACT math sections, um, particularly for those tricky algebra questions. This is to make those a little bit easier. Okay, when do you use this particular strategy? It's called pick your own numbers, and you want to use a strategy when there are answers variables rather in your answer choices. So for example, we'll see here this particular problem, there's variables like a letter A, B, X in your answer choices, and this particular problem does have that. Okay, so what we're going to do is pick numbers to replace those variables. Now, first up, before I go through and do this particular problem with you, I just want to go over some basic strategies, things to remember for this particular strategy. Choose numbers that are easy to work with, like 2, 3, 4, 10, something easy to deal with. You don't want any fractions or anything like that. The best number will depend on which problem you happen to have, and you'll see what we mean by that in a minute. Okay, you want to avoid 1 and 0 because they give strange results. And by strange, I mean, 0 times any number will make 0. 1 times a number is just that number, and that can skew your answer choices. And okay, if you need to choose numbers for more than one variable, like we have in this particular problem up here, choose different numbers. Okay, we want different numbers because again, you don't want to have any coincidences that can disguise the correct answer. Right. You also want to, if it helps you to organize your results in a table next to the answer choices to help keep things clear, that'll help. If you do happen to choose a number and what the answer you get has a fraction or a decimal or something complicated that you just don't like, don't be afraid to start over. Plug in a better number. Try it again. It'll get easier over time as you practice this. You'll kind of get a sixth sense as to what numbers to choose. For percentage problems, always plug in 100 because 100% is the easiest thing to deal with when you're thinking about adding and subtracting by percents. And for a percentage change in the area of a circle, square, rectangle, plug in 10 for the radius, side, or length, because you want nice, easy areas to deal with, like 100 or 100 pi. All right, so let's go back up then, oopsies, to the actual problem itself, and I'll walk you through it. So what do we got? If the average of R and S is A, which of the following is the average of R, S, and T? Okay, now maybe you know how to do this, straightforward algebraic way, but we're going to just practice it this way. So again, we want to pick a value for R, S, and A. Now remember, we don't want 0 and we don't want 1, so I'm going to make R 2. So I just do a little number here, 2. If you like to be you can also put it over here, R equals 2. I'm going to write over this writing here, the directions that are in your book, if you want to check back on how to do this. So I've got R as 2. Now, I want a next number for S. I don't want 2, we don't want repeat numbers, but we're looking for an average. Now, if I chose 3 here, if I chose a 3 for S, which I could do, but I might not want to, I'll put 3 here as a possibility. But if I chose 3, I want the average of R and S. So the average of 2 and 3 is going to give you a decimal, isn't it? It's going to be 2.5. We don't want that. So I'm going to actually scrub this out, and I'll be neat, I'll erase it out. So this is where we say choose the number. This is why we say choose numbers that are going to work well for you. So I'm going to make R 4. And why is that? Because the average of 2 plus 4 is 3, which thus leads us to A, because A is the average of R and S. So we've got A is going to be 3. And again, if you want to keep it down here, S equals 4 and A equals 3. Right. Now, which of the following is the average of R? Well, we already have R. So we're going to put the 2 under there again if you like. S we know is 4. And now we want another number, t. We're going to choose a number for t. Now, look, we can't choose 2. We can't use 2, 3, and 4. They've been taken. But also we want to remember, we want something that's going to go 2 plus 4 plus this t number divided by 3, because they're asking for the average of these 3. So we want something that's going to be nice and works well here. That's going to be easy. That's not going to give us a decimal. So 2 plus 4 is 6. So we want something that plus 6 that can be divisible by 3. Now we can't choose 3. That would have worked, but that's been taken by A, and we don't want to repeat that. So I'm going to make t 6. Great. So now we've got all our variables assigned. We've done it according to what the directions of the problem itself, and we've also done it so that we're working with easy numbers. So let's figure it now. The next step is to solve it. So 2 plus 4 is 6, plus 6 is 12, divided by 3 is 4. Our answer is 4, and we are always going to circle your answer choice so you know what you're looking for. What we want to do now is go back using our variables that we've got here, plug them into the answer choices, and see which of these, and hopefully only one, will give us the answer 4. Okay, so let's go. 2 times A is 3, so 2 times 3 is 6, plus t is 6, divided by, so 6 plus 6 is 12, divided by 3 equals, oh hey, look at that, our first one. Looks like we've got a match. Now, you do want to check the others quickly, just to make sure that you don't get a double match. Okay, so 2 times 2a is 6 plus 3 is 9 divided by 2. That's not 4. A plus t, 5 plus 6, 11 divided by 2 is 11 halves, not 4. A plus t we know is 11 thirds. That's not it. 2 times a plus t. So what do we say? A plus t is, oh sorry, not 11, it's 9. My bad. Oh sorry, it is 11. I just can't read my own handwriting. Okay, 2 times 11, 22 over 3. That's not it. It definitely is A. If we had gotten another answer choice that was the same as 4, what would you do then? You'd go back and try different numbers. There must have been something in the numbers that you'd chosen. Doesn't happen often, very rarely, but just in case.